Okay. So what do you guys think about now that we've talked about anime amino? What about the new manga amino that I know they've made one on the new amino app? What do you guys think about that?
Technically, Anime Amino is actually titled Manga and uh, Anime and Manga Amino. So there actually already was manga on Anime Amino.
Manga
Uh,
Amino. It's actually AMA, not AA. We've been saying it wrong for such a long time.
That's true though, but it's the creator's fault.
you
Yeah,
made it too
cause
complicated. Come on, we're just those random 10-year-old kids on the internet. What are we supposed to know?
No,
yeah,
but seriously, if you slide your the thing left, you read anime amino. It never says anime manga amino.
yeah. But I mean, that's just to make it short for like the interface for like a smartphone. Because I'd imagine if it's a long name, you'll see
And
Amino Blad dot dot dot.
true. And they might just want to, differ from the AMA that translates to ask me anything. They might just want to say, hey, we'll just stick with AA to cease any
Yes.
confusion.
Yeah,
So anyway, with that said, uh, I think it's really unnecessary. I don't think you need to make a separate Manga Amino app
Yeah,
since it
I
already
agree.
exists uh, on
I
Anime
agree with you
Amino.
there. I don't think there needs to be a separate amino for manga since we already have a manga and amino app. But then again, there are a lot of people who only read manga. For example, our very own Gold Queen Ginny. So for those people, I think a manga amino is definitely their cup of tea. A place where you can just talk about manga. I almost dropped my mic. So I think for those people, a manga amino would be pretty nice because as you see on Anime Amino, you don't really get to see a lot of blogs that are centered around manga. You only have a certain select few people that talk, exclusively about manga. Like I said, I mentioned Ginny. There's Kai, and that's basically the two people that I know that talk exclusively about manga. So that says something about an app that is about both anime and manga. So whilst it seems unnecessary, it might actually be to the muse of people who read just manga.
yeah. I would be more keen on manga than anime if I had to choose which I did more. And I know the Obscure Enthusiasts, another group like Manga Myth, focus primarily on manga, so that would be like a good spot for them to share. But of course, not to say not on AA. Whatever they decide, it's really on the keen of
Yeah.
someone's interest. I mean, the Amino app's not really going to do anything. So, I mean, you just take what you can get, and I think Manga Amino is fine in my opinion. Because I mean, I won't really do much. I'll probably just like copy and paste my blogs there.
No, but like you said, like I mentioned before, that I wouldn't go to the new Amino app if they created an anime Amino there. But if they created a manga Amino in the new Amino apps, I would, which they have apparently, I would definitely join that community.
Yeah, they do have that. It's just I've heard the moderator can be banning a few people, but I mean, if you're there for manga to share it, so it'll be someone's cup of tea. So
Okay, guys. So now that we've covered Manga Amino, I would like to ask you guys, what manga are you currently reading right now?
this guy knows what's up. I've only been reading My Hero Academia. I've forgotten a few titles like Hajime no Ippo, and I have.
Did anime get you hyped up for Boku no Hero Academia, or did you read it
Oh
before the
yeah.
anime? What's the thing?
I've read it. I remember a friend recommended to me. It hooked me just like that from the beginning. Followed it until it got the anime. I'm like, oh yes, I need this. The anime is it's pretty good. But focusing back on manga, I have some bookmarked Dolly Kill Kill, Black Clover, The Legend of Zelda. I can't remember exactly. I think Sunrock. I can't remember exactly. A few of them, but I've haven't really touched them since I've been a little lazy lately. So that's all I've been reading.
What about you, Arsa?
Oh.
What manga are you reading at the moment?
Well, first of all, I want to talk about what Manishi's reading and Boku no Hero Academy. The episode number 12 totally took me by storm. I didn't think that they could up the hype factor any more that they already had. And then he did that plus ultra punch to Nobu's gut, sending him into outer space. And that just hyped me for the manga because I didn't think I would finish the story and then go on to the manga, but I will now because it's really caught my interest. But Manga that I'm reading currently include Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, Attack on Titan, and don't hate me for this, but I'm also reading the Fairy Tail manga. In my defense, Fairy Tail's manga is much better than the anime. The art's great. The stories, we all know what the story of Fairy Tail is. You know, they win by the power of Nakama, and that becomes very, boring after you see it over and over. But the fan service is great, so I'm not gonna complain. My favorite out of the ones that I'm reading though is One Punch Man, simply because people say, "Oh, it's a parody show. It's not serious, so it's not cool." Blah blah blah. One Punch Man has one of the um, best panel arts that I've seen in recent mangas. Like, forget Bleach, forget Fairy Tail, forget Attack on Titan. One Punch Man. I'm not talking about the webtoon. I'm talking about, sorry, the webcomic. I'm talking about the manga. That's I don't know who's making it. I forget his name, but he
One.
is no one's making the webcomic, but the guy who's actually redrawing the manga. Hold on, I'll get his name for you guys.
I know he's a member of Shonen Jump, so his artistic his artistic skills really take it up a notch. I mean, when
Yeah.
people seem
Okay.
to think,
Yusuke Murata. Yeah.
mm, okay, okay,
Yeah. So his art style is just genius, and the fact that they're now differing from the webcomic and the story's going into a new direction. They're not like totally going off track from the canon material, but they're just like expanding on the tournament. So the story's picking up pace, and everything is just amazing right now in the manga. So that's been my favorite manga nowadays, closely followed by Hunter x Hunter, which, if you guys know, is now going into the Dark Continent arc. It's now
Yeah.
picking up steam as the ships are leaving. You know that, don't you, Snides? Why don't you talk about it?
I don't really want to spoil anyone, but I can say that the Chimera Ant arc was hailed as the best arc in the Hunter x Hunter anime, and rightfully so, uh, especially considering how long it was. But the Dark Continent arc that hasn't really begun is actually even better than the
Yes.
Chimera Ant arc, if you ask me. So, Hunter x Hunter readers, Yashihiro Togashi has finally come back, and you have a lot to look forward to. So, now you might ask, what am I reading? Well,
Yes.
to be honest, I'm more of a webtoon guy, but I do also read manga. So the
Okay.
manga I'm reading at the moment include Shokugeki no Soma, which I really got into after the anime.
Oh, I
You
have to
know,
see that anime.
it's not all about food porn. It actually has some really nice story, and it gets you interested into what cooking is really about. And I never thought I would say I would be interested in cooking, because I mean previously I just saw it as a kind of a chore, but now I've actually gotten way more interested into cooking and trying different stuff out at home. So definitely my favorite manga I'm reading at the moment. I'm also reading Fuka, which is a great anime. Sorry,
Okay.
manga. I'm just so used to saying anime. It's just wow.
I
Uh,
like how you say Fuka.
yeah, Fuka. It's a great
Like, it
manga.
reminds me of hookah for some reason.
Mm, yeah. So anyway, it's a great manga that I would highly recommend. I also read a manga known as Koe no Katachi. I've just started on this. It's also known as a silent voice in English, if you're that kind of guy. Uh, but
That's me.
it's
I'm that kind
really,
of guy. I
really
always look for the
intriguing.
English title.
It's really intriguing, uh, and it seems like it's going to be a real emotional roller coaster, and I'm kind of into
Uh-huh.
those right now after having read Orange, which is also a very emotional manga that I recently finished. So those are kind of the manga I'm looking out for at the moment, and that I would recommend.
pretty good topics.
Oh,
I've have. Jesus Christ, my fucking stuttering. I've heard of some of those, so Keeningly seems like good recommendations there. I mean, take what you will, but I got a lot of shit to read. Just bookmarked on my Zingbox app.